Picking up right where the last episode left off, episode 3 begins with Ash attempting to catch Caterpie. Caterpie tries to break out, but fails, as Ash successfully catches his first Pokémon. Aside from Pikachu, obviously. This is episode 3, Ash catches a Pokémon. Ash is extremely happy, as one would be, but Misty, on the other hand, is still disgusted by bugs, citing many reasons. Ash ignores Misty, happy that a bug would potentially scare her away, as he decides to let Caterpie out of its Pokeball. Despite Ash being its trainer, Caterpie immediately goes up to Misty, wanting to make friends with it, but Misty is not having it, instead preferring Pikachu. And really, Pikachu is not helping. It looks perfectly happy to be in Misty's arms. Ash, on the other hand, takes offense for Caterpie, as he believes that every Pokemon deserves respect, He's the Pokemon master of the future. Not tolerating Misty's disrespect any further, he officially decides to leave her, but Misty still follows anyway, still hung up about her goddamn bike. A recurring theme that we'll see, especially in the early series. Later that night, when Ash and Misty are asleep, Pikachu and Caterpie bond, with Caterpie revealing its strong desire to evolve into a Butterfree, not wanting to be feared anymore. Unfortunately for Caterpie, Misty does still fear it in the morning, so it gets really fucking sad to the point where it retreats inside of its own Pokeball. Pikachu tries to get it to come out, but it does not respond, even when Ash jumps in. Speaking of Ash, he then encounters a Pidgeotto, and, being him, desires to catch it. Unfortunately, he fails, with Misty explaining that not all Pokemon can be caught simply by throwing a ball. So Ash sends out Caterpie to fight Pidgeotto, but that's obviously not the best idea, and Caterpie gets mauled. So Pikachu comes out next, and actually manages to do some good damage to Pidgeotto, to the point where Ash is able to successfully capture it. Misty still isn't pleased with Ash though, mocking him for being such a fucking noob, until Team Rocket interrupts. This is the first of many of their annoying-ass interruptions episode by episode, and explain how they desire Ash's Pikachu, leading Meowth to angrily tell them to shut the fuck up, cause why would you reveal your plans, you fucking imbeciles? Well, that's just a recurring theme for Team Rocket. When they finally get their shit together and send out Coughing and Ekans to attack, they actually manage to blind Pikachu, rendering him unable to battle. So Ash sends out Pidgeotto, but even he eventually fails, despite making some headway against Ekans, thereby marking one of the only times in the franchise where Team Rocket was actually successful against Ash, to the point where he recalls Pidgeotto and just decides to fight James with his fists, obviously not being how you're supposed to do things. Ash then reluctantly sends out Caterpie despite it being weak, leading Team Rocket to mock it, but Caterpie then becomes OP as fuck, taking out both Ekans and Coughing and covering Meowth in some shit, despite it only lowering the speed in the games. But anyway, Caterpie manages to actually do something useful, sending Team Rocket cowering away. Ash then encourages Misty to give Caterpie another shot as a reward for its awesome performance, and Misty does try, but she is scared away when Caterpie evolves into Metapod, who Misty is less scared of, especially since it just evolved, meaning it had a good relationship with Ash. Her general fear of bugs still persists though, as Ash and Misty spot a Beedrill approaching them in the distance.